the Greys and their anatomy. Are there similarities between us, our species, and theirs? Is it a coincidence that we have similar features? Their anatomy seems to be very similar to ours. Let's start off with their heads, right? Round head, just like a human's head. No hair though. Also much larger than a average human's head. But round, just like a human's head. They have arms, just like we have arms, 2 arms. They don't have 4 arms or 5 arms or 6 arms. They have 2 arms with 2 hands. The amount of fingers varies between encounters. They have 2 legs, just like we have 2 legs. They have 2 feet, just like we have 2 feet. And I think you guys are getting the idea, right? You're getting the direction that I'm going in here. They have an upper body and a lower body very similar to ours. The only difference is that they do not have sex organs. They have large eyes, and they also have 2 eyes. They don't have 10 eyes or 1 cyclops eye in the middle of their head. They have 2 eyes. Large, black, almond-shaped eyes, right? Very different from our eyes. One thing that stands out in most abduction cases are the eyes, right? These large, sort of soulless, dark eyes. Ears. They do not have ears, but they do seem to have some sort of holes on the side of their head, which would seem to be their ears, right? Noses. Their noses are flat. They basically do not have a nose, and they have 2 holes where their nose would be. Their mouths are normally described as slits, no lips, just sort of slits there in their face. But, again, 2 ears, just like we have 2 ears. Their nose has 2 nostrils, just like we have 2 nostrils. Their mouth, they have 1 mouth, they have 1 slit, you know what I mean? It's all very similar, it's all very humanoid. Now, of course, this might be basic information for most of you. Everyone's heard of the Greys, and everybody has an idea kind of what the Greys look like. But have you ever really sat down and wondered and pondered and thought about why they are so similar, why they are so humanoid? Some people believe that the Greys are actually us from the future. That is an idea that is floating around out there. Others believe that we were sort of harvested by the Greys, and that's why they abduct us and examine us and prod us and poke us. Could these humanoid features actually be proof that this is just a confabulation? That somehow our species has created this myth that these beings exist, and when we imagined them or created them, we didn't use much of an imagination. Did you get what I'm saying? Like, they're so similar to us, and if they were really aliens from a faraway planet, why would they look humanoid? Why would they have humanoid features? Why wouldn't they have, 6 eyes and 7 arms and just float? Now, I do believe in this phenomenon, and I believe in the cases and the claims of the abductees, so I'm not here to say that aliens aren't real. I'm just trying to throw this out and see what you guys think about it. Throw it out into the world and see what the world has to say about it. Is it possible that the humanoid features of these beings is proof that this is all just a confabulation? That we've created this all, just a big myth? Or is it proof that we are somehow related to these beings, that we are somehow connected to these beings in some way or form? I don't know. But there's one thing, one very important thing I want to point out in this video, and the real reason behind this video, because I believe in this phenomenon. Now, in many abduction cases and contact cases, people claim to hear something in their head, right? A voice in their head telling them everything's okay, nothing's going to happen. Sometimes they see the beings and they know that the beings are talking to them, but they're talking to them telepathically. Now, this got me thinking, because we've all heard about Project Stargate, and we know that the CIA had a secret project to train psychic spies. Most of you probably watching this have either been to a psychic, know somebody that's been to a psychic. Psychic powers and telepathy and all these kinds of things in our culture as humans exists. You know, it's something that people believe exists, and I do believe that our consciousness is much more powerful than we know. The CIA spent money to teach people how to remote view. And no matter what anyone says, yes, the project did close down. It was declassified, but it was open for many years, and it's something that we should not ignore. Now, in abduction cases, the Greys and most aliens that come into contact with people, or sometimes even the craft itself, has a sort of telepathic effect on the experiencer. So is there a link between our consciousness? How do I say this? So we talked about all the similarities between the Greys and ourselves. Now, what if inside of their heads, right, they have a brain just like our brain, similar to our brain, seeing as they have many features of their anatomy that are similar to ours? What if in their skulls is a brain just like ours? Could telepathy be proof that somehow, some way, we are related to these beings? We have similar features. They are using something that supposedly humanity uses at times. Could this be proof that we are related to these beings? I don't know. I don't even know how to break it down really, but I'm pretty sure you guys get what I'm saying. Could this be a link? As always, guys, share your thoughts down in the comments. If you're a new subscriber, say what's up, let me know who you are. Feel free to share your theories and let me know what you think. I'm all ears. I am the Undead Gaucho, and on this channel, the paranormal is normal.